Hey guys, my name is TJ Dorian, and got a couple pictures of my family up here for you guys. My oldest daughter, her name is Michelle. My youngest is Lizzie. My wife's name is Elisa. Currently, I'm teaching government and economics as well as American history over at J.C. Harmon High School in KCK School District up here in Kansas City, Kansas. I also coach football, which is part of the reason that my voice is a little hoarse now, if you can tell. Also, just kind of being new school year and everything else. So hopefully you can hear me well enough to understand what I'm going through next. So in terms of my reflection upon the use of technology in classrooms, I think it's very important, along with using it in innovative ways. It is something that should be embraced, I believe. It is something that is necessary. I don't think it necessarily makes you a better teacher, but I believe that good teachers do incorporate new technologies as well as are always looking to innovate and improve upon others' ideas. We have that saying in education, beg, borrow, and steal. If somebody's got a new idea, don't be afraid to steal it. Don't be afraid to use it in your classroom. It's kind of that idea of whatever's best for kids and making sure that we provide them the best education possible. Along with that, and especially in today's day and age, in incorporating technology, it's the world that we live in, it's the world that our kids live in, and it's the world that they are going to kind of be hurled into as they exit our classrooms and move into the real world, where they are going to be expected to be able to use that technology and use it effectively. So I think it is one of our main priorities to teach those kids while they are in our classrooms how to use that technology, how to use it responsibly and effectively. My own use of technology in classroom, I would say I'm above average. I by no means claim to be the best. However, in my school, I definitely use it more than most teachers. My entire goal throughout the last couple of years has been to go paperless. There are some things within our school and within some of our policies and procedures that kind of make that difficult or make that more difficult in some senses than others. But overall, or at least for 90 to 95% of my students, I really try to do that because I feel that that's the direction that our society is going. The technology that I'm incorporating, beyond just computers, projectors, things like that, using all the Google apps. This semester, I'm going to start using the Google Communities as well as our Screencast-O-Matic. I'm going to use it in as a kind of alternative assignment for my kids that don't like to get up in front of class and give a presentation. I'm going to make it an option that they can have a video of themselves and do their presentation that way. So we'll see how that works out. That's something that I'm kind of taking away from our classes here. So along with that, YouTube, Fan School was a really cool one. If you like fantasy sports, I would definitely suggest that you check that out. It's a current events kind of online game program. It's pretty cool. It is not free, but I was able to kind of secure a couple bucks from my principal to be able to do that. In terms of improving my technology use within my classroom as well as my effectiveness in using it, talking with my PLC and my SLC, we meet twice a week at our school, once a week with the PLC and once a week with the SLC, talking about how we're teaching, what's going on in our classrooms, how to interconnect with each individual student that we kind of share across classrooms. Also talking with students. They're on the front lines. They're using the new stuff. As soon as it's out in the public, they got their hands on it. So just kind of keeping an ear to the kids and just kind of trying to incorporate their interest and kind of what they're getting into within the classroom. Being curious. Being curious, I think, is one of the most important things we can do as educators. And it kind of goes along with that, being a consistent or a constant learner, and always wanting to improve and always wanting to be better. Making sure that you are going out and searching out new things, making sure that you are taking chances. Everything's not going to work the first time, but making sure that we're kind of getting out of our comfort zone, especially me. That's something that I struggle with sometimes, is kind of falling into that rut, but making sure that I get out of my comfort zone and I'm willing to take those chances and try those new technologies in class. In terms of funding, I'm in a one-to-one school. And so that makes things relatively easy. There are some students who cannot afford the fees and things like that. And so whether it's sending somebody to the library, sending them next door to use one of the desktops that we have available, just kind of working around those things when they do arise. Also, cell phones. I love using cell phones in class. I am very much opposed to the no cell phone policies that some schools have. I think it's something that is in our daily lives and it's here to stay. And we need to figure out a way to incorporate that and be open to it. And especially to teach our young people how to use it at the right time and use it effectively. So I'm all for doing anything, mobile apps, and finding a way that they can do it on their own technology and their own devices. The other side of that, in terms of funding, just being resourceful. If there's a free app that does everything you want, except maybe, it's not, the graphics aren't as good, or it's maybe, maybe it needs a little bit of tweaking or something like that. Just kind of finding a way to make it work. And I think in education, we're very good at that, as that's, something that we constantly are having to work forwards, to kind of make up those gaps that we've been seeing, especially, in the inner city. So, hopefully we can all enjoy this class. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my little spiel here, and look forward to working with you guys throughout the next couple months.